Hello, everybody. It's Lady Love Myself coming to you all with another dream video. Welcome to the dream session. And this one, I gotta tell you, Spirit has been calling me to share this another one of my blockbuster dreams with you. And this is going to lead up to current situations that we are about to go through. I found one of my dream books because normally I write my dreams down. I try to keep a dream book near my bed. And I've had dream books from previous, but I couldn't find it. This was the one that I found, and I was like, okay, this is the one that I need to share with you guys. But let me start off with a dream that I had I think it's 19 years ago, 2003. And that's one of the dreams that I call my blockbuster dream. And it is pretty much where I'm living back in New York. You know, I was raised in the projects in Latimer Gardens, and we lived on the 8th floor, okay? And there's this storm coming. And we're preparing for it, but in the same sense, we were still just going on with like our regular day. And it's storming, it's pouring down, raining and everything like that. And in the dream, my mother says to me, hey, Tere, look out the window and see what's happening. So I look out the window, but when I look out, I look down. And I was like, the water's up to the 4th floor. She was like, really? But it didn't affect us. So we just kept going on. I think I was cooking. She was watching TV or what have you. So I proceeded to go into the bedrooms and make sure all the windows was closed down. When I go into the second bedroom, it was weird because a male friend of mine, he was laying in the bed asleep. And I'm looking at him and I'm calling him, but he's not responding. And I'm like, hey, Dre. And as I'm saying that to him, I happen to look at the window. And it's pouring. It's like dark, real dark outside. But I see something pulling the blanket off of him toward the window. So as I go and I focus my eyes, it was like, oh shit. There was these little creatures, like little demon creatures. They were coming down in the rain. There was a bunch of them. They were coming down in the rain. It was about 2 or 3 of them at that window, pulling the blanket off of him. So I was like, oh shit. I started to pull the blanket back. They're pulling, I'm pulling. They're pulling, I'm pulling. And I'm going to tell you, they were really small. That's why I called them like little creature demons or something, because they were small. I say maybe this big, with these ears, like, if I can remember the ears. I do remember the ears had floppy ears, the teeth, and the eyes. I don't know. They were like little demon creatures. So they continued to pull the blanket. I let the blanket go. I was like, fuck it. You can have that goddamn blanket. I let it go, let the blanket go. They pulled it through the window. I shut the window all the way down. And you know how some people, when they sleep real hard. Like, no matter what you do, you can't wake them up. And I was shaking him like, Andre, get up. He ain't wake up. Left his ass in the room. Closed the door behind me. And I just went on, like, through the house like normal. Like, whatever was going on outside, it really wasn't affecting the inside of the household. So a couple of hours had gone by, and we noticed that, okay, it's not raining anymore. It was a little bright outside. So my mother says again, hey, Tere, go and see what's happening outside. So I go to the window. I look down, and I was like, oh, the water's gone. But it was nothing but devastation over the earth. It looked like a tsunami and an earthquake hit at the same time. It was just major destruction, okay? And as I looked down, I was like, wow, Ma, everything is fucked up down there. Something told me to look up. Now, when I looked up into the sky, I was like, oh, shit. The sky was pitch black, even though it was daytime down, further down. It was black, but it was like the ocean. And it was like it was having ripples with black waves and ripples. That's why I thought it was like the ocean, like if the earth was upside down or something. And I was just like, what in the hell is that? Now, inside of this black ocean was a light. It was like a dark hole. It turned into a dark hole up inside. But inside of that dark hole was fire. And it was turning. And I was just so amazed by what I was seeing and so shocked and in such disbelief that I was just staring. But then all of a sudden, because in your dream, I don't know if in your dreams you can hear things, I was starting to hear people screaming. And this hole, this black hole with the fire in it, it was sucking people up from the earth into that hole. And as they're going up into that black hole fire, they're screaming and I can hear them. They're just like, ah! I was just like, oh my God, oh my God. But as they're going up into the hole, they're being burned alive, set on fire. And they're just screaming and screaming. And my mother's like, what's going on out there? And I told her, I said, there's the ocean. I think I told her, I said, the earth is upside down. The sky is the ocean, but it's a black fire hole in the middle of it. And it's sucking up the people from the earth. And the next thing I know, I woke up. But when I woke up, I was crying. Like ugly crying, okay? I was like, I was just crying. And I was just like, oh my God, oh my God. And that dream was literally like a blockbuster movie, which is why I call that, because it was so real. Those creatures was real, that the sky with the ocean being black and the hole in the sky and everything, it just fucked me all the way up, y'all. I remember when I woke up, this was 2003. I called my mother. And I could barely get my words out because I was still crying. And I was like, Mom, you know, it was like crying like that and everything. And she immediately just, when she was like, you had a dream? And I was like, yeah. So I'm telling her the dream. And she says to me, she said, okay, I'm going to get you some help. Because all prior to that, all those dreams I had throughout my lifetime and dreams that I shared with her, she always just brushed it off like, it's just a dream, you know? But she knew that it wasn't. So she said, I'm going to get you some help. There's this lady that I know. She does tea readings and other types of readings. I'm going to get her to help you out. She said, let me get her number together and I'll call you and I'll let you know when you could go see her. So I was like, okay, Ma, okay, cool. I never got the help for that dream because my mother died a week later. And it was like, am I never going to get help from my dreams? Because it was like, God damn, she died. Just as she was just getting ready to help me finally with my dreams. So I'm going to fast forward to a dream that I had. Let me see, what's the date? Because I've been writing my dreams down. Oh, here it is. Okay, I had this dream March 18th, 2021, okay? And I wrote, I had a dream there was a huge black ball in the sky. It was turning, rotating. It was huge. It was massive. It started to release spaceships out across the world. The police were robots back then. Well, in the dream, but the dream will always be for what's to come. So it was for the future. And in the future, there aren't going to be any human police. They're going to be robo-cops, okay? The robots was going around to people's houses to try to get them to sign some kind of contract. When it came to my house, I ran and hid under the bed. But he knew, it was like the robot knew where I was. Okay? And it kept banging on the door. And I was just like, oh shit, I'm not doing that. Humans were to sign the contract. And the paper, okay, he had left me the paper to sign. I think I opened the door and it was the RoboCop. I took the contract, but he was just like, sign. Okay, and then it switches to, as he left the paper there, wherever I was living at, I could look across my patio and I saw this black guy coming across the grass. He comes into the house. I got ready to run, but didn't. He started to fly. I tried to talk, but couldn't. I showed him I could fly, but he bowed down quickly. He said, you have the power. Something like that. I woke up. Okay, I think I understand. You know how your dream can have many different scenarios. So once the RoboCop came and was like, hey, you got to sign this contract, when I turned around, I remember I saw this guy coming across the grassway, coming straight toward my apartment. He was a slender black guy. He had on like a brown suit, a polyester suit or what have you, and he was flying. But when he got into my apartment, it was like his outfit changed. He had on white. And I remember him saying to me, you have the power. And then I woke up. And that dream was 2021. That was last year. Okay. Now, this next dream that I had was September 16th, 2021. Wait. March 18th. If you know numerology. And then the next one was September 16th. March, 6 months later. Okay. It was raining, storming at home with two other people. One was my ex, or I felt like it was my ex, and another female. All of a sudden, I look out the window and there's this giant, huge spaceship with lights. It covered the whole sky. They were coming. We didn't know what to do. We got dressed, put our sweatpants on. I told him to get me sweatpants. The black windowless vans were showing up. Remember I had mentioned to y'all in other dreams about, but they were white windowless vans or the green ones. This time, they were black windowless vans, and it was a lot of them showing up. It was like in the next scene, I was at a meeting with tenants or family members, a group of people trying to figure out what to do. I wanted to tell them that what we were seeing isn't real. It's part of the final phase for New World Order. That is not real. Next scene, it's tried to look like a bomb hit the city. Oh, the next scenario was like a bomb hit the city. I found an abandoned car. I was being followed by a dog. Well, it had a dog's body, but it didn't have a dog's face. It had a different type of face. It hopped on top of the car. I sped up to get it off the roof of the car, and I woke up. Okay. So, since 19 years ago, let's say, I'm going to tell you up until now. Just, what's today? Is today Tuesday? Today's Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember the damn day. I'm still in the house from the COVID. But I had a dream the other night that I was walking past my window, I know I was getting ready to water my plants. And what did I see? A massive spaceship in the sky. In the dream, it went on into something else. I didn't get a chance to write that one down. Plus, before I actually moved to Georgia, I got to Georgia in 2006. I had a dream, so I could have been at Flushing Meadow Park, which is in New York, Flushing Meadow Park. I was at a park though, and it was bright, nice and sunny outside, and we were all just, cooking out, grilling and everything like that, and all of a sudden a storm is coming. Everything happens with a storm. And the storm was coming, and everybody was trying to run for cover. As we're trying to run for cover, all of a sudden it gets pitch black. And when I look up, there was this fucking giant ass spaceship, y'all. I mean, this spaceship, it was massive. That's why everything went dark, because it kind of blocked the sun out. And when I looked up, it was coming over my head. Everybody was running. I happened to stop, and I just looked up, and underneath it, it was pitch black, but it had a whole bunch of lights underneath it. And I was just like, oh my God, it's a fucking spaceship. Didn't the government announce about a couple of weeks ago that, we have aliens out here, and, they didn't elaborate on it, but, they're going to try to prepare us for what's happening, what's getting ready to go down. And I always tell y'all all the time, hey, when you outside, look up. I'm always seeing shit up in the sky. I'm going to tell you right now, the fucking moon is just never been real to me. The moon it doesn't seem like it's real to me. And these clouds be really fucking weird. I seen a cloud the other day. I took a picture. I don't know if I put it on YouTube, but I was going for my walk, and the cloud was right in front of me, but it was a circle. And I just stared at that, and I was like, oh, I got my phone now. And I took a picture of it, because I was like, I ain't never seen just no circle cloud. Something wasn't right with that fucking cloud. It didn't look right, okay? Now, the kicker, my man, Jordan Peele, who did the Get Out movie, who did Us, who did Lovecraft Country on HBO. Yeah, I always said he knew something, but he's coming out with a new movie. It's called Nope. And it'll be out July 22nd, 22 of this year. I seen the trailer, and that prompted me to do this video for you, because I know that my dreams from 20 years ago all the way to fuck up till now with him in this movie, something big getting ready to happen, y'all. Them clouds ain't real. Something ain't right with the clouds. Something ain't right with the sky. It's like we're in an internment, or what do you call those? I was in one of those rides when I was at the SeaWorld. Oh shit, I hate when this happens. It'll come to me. But it's like we're in a firmament or something, and maybe the sky is the limit, as they say. I don't know. But let me go to Peele. Where you at, dude? If you guys haven't seen the trailer just yet for the movie Nope, which really stands for Not of Planet Earth, when it comes out, you need to go check it out. Jordan Peele is trying to tell us something again. And I must have watched the trailer 3 or 4 times, because it was too much kind of relating to the dreams I had. And another movie I saw on the Tubi network. This movie is called The Rapture. And what The Rapture was about, some species or whatever was coming down, killing people, but it was these black clouds that was coming around, and they had the light in the black cloud. Now, the black cloud itself, it wasn't taking people from the earth, but it was zapping down electricity or something, but where it would zap the human, and all of a sudden you would turn straight to rock. We were like dusted rock. Stone. That's what you were. You were turning into stone. And that movie also blew my mind because I was like, oh, what was up with the black cloud from my dream to the shit that I'm seeing now? All right. So if you get a chance, these are certain movies that are trying to let you know what is to come, because I never felt like our planet is ran by humans. We've been invaded long fucking time ago. You gotta check out the movie They Live. Check out They Live. Check out the movie The Fifth Wave if you can. Check out oh, I got it right here. Hold up. I don't know if you guys have this book in your arsenal. This is Behold a Pale Horse by William B. Cooper. He was a Navy veteran, but he's dead. They murdered him. Shot him about 8 times. And probably because he got the truth out. And those who put the truth out, sometimes they're usually gone. Like, what happened to Rashad Jamal? Okay? But he, too, he spoke about seeing spaceships that were coming up out of the ocean when he was on submarines. So I'm just saying that to let you guys know that something getting ready to go down. And my dreams don't never lie at all. So I want you to pay attention if you can. I'm trying to find the picture that he had in this book, because everything that he wrote in this book actually is happening right now. Anybody that has been taken down, like if you check out Children of the Matrix with David Icke, Set the Record Straight with Malachi D. York, they even have pictures of what other species on this planet look like, because there are other species on this planet. It ain't just us. We're the originators. Or like that George Washington character. You don't see where he ever came from. I think that for him to come from off the boats and shit, like if he came through a portal. There's a lot of portals out there. Portals, wormholes, wormholes, wormwood. If you haven't read the last chapter in the Bible, the Revelations, we're definitely in that right now too. Even in Genesis in the Bible, it speaks about how other species, the Nephilim, was coming down here to impregnate the human women, and they would create demigods, which is probably who's running our planet right now. I don't want to say too much. I don't want them to, fuck up the video like they do a lot of people. But when you go outside, people, please take a look up. If you start to have dreams, if you can, have a dream book near your bed to write it down, because maybe sometime soon as you wake up, you may forget it. He has a lot of declassified information about UFOs in Area 51. But I wanted to share something with you about the alien implant, because pretty much we're all using it right now. But the alien implant, here it is, alien implants. It's on chapter 442. And pretty much here, I'll give a short an alien implant pretty much is a flat black screen that we stare at all day, and that's how we're kind of being implanted with that, which is like these flat screens. You notice how they change the televisions out and shit. They don't ask you if they can do anything, they just fucking do it. And the televisions have been changed out. Okay, and he gives so many different processes of where we're being implanted. There is another process which occurs, which involves the recipient lying on a table. No, that's not the one that I want. In any case, if you can get Behold a Pale Horse, you'll find it in the back of the Apex, the pictures and everything, and all the information that he has there. Remember to write your dreams down. And if you can, if you need to get a bit more clarity of your dreams, I sleep with crystals under my pillow. This is my quartz crystal. This provides me clarity. Um, it helps me to remember my dreams, to understand them, to walk. It helps my spirit to walk. Once these are under my pillow, I have other crystals that are under my pillow, but this is the main one, the quartz crystal. See? See that point there? Yeah. So, and it also helped me know one of my friends, bitch cheating on her husband. I don't know why that dream came to me, but yeah, she's cheating on her husband. Hopefully she does all of that. But I just had to share that with you. Spirit would not let me go another day without sharing that with you. So I'm hoping it wasn't too much all over the place. I'm hoping that you can kind of understand. But please check out Jordan Peele, the movie Nope, July 22nd, 2022. Okay? Till then, till the next stream, y'all.